Hello everyone and welcome back to some Rome 2 land battle action. We got a 1v1 blub 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 blub. Stumbling over my words. Something that never happens. That's not true. That happens all the time. We have a 1v1 for you here. This one featuring myself over here, and way over here we have Mishulek? Mishulek. M-I-S-H-U-L-E-K. Mishulek. Playing, as we can see, as Carthage. I'm playing as Misasely. And as always, we went over the players in the field battle. Let's go over army comps, and then we'll get right into this. We'll start with Carthage. They have brought, on the wings, both sides, they have Noble Cav and Mercenary Celtic Light Horse. Pretty solid unit. Iberian Swords, Gallic Warriors, Mercenary Scutari, Carthaginian Hoplites, Libyan Infantry, lots of Hoplites actually, late and regular. General's Bodyguard, we have 3 Cretans and 1 Rhodian Slinger, or Balearic rather, I'm sorry. Mercenary Iberian Swords, yeah. So it's a lot of, I mean, as we all know, Carthage gets a lot of mercenary units, and that's what he's picked. He's picked some very cost-effective units. He has, I think... No, he doesn't. I thought that he had 1 Noble Fighter, but he does not. Myself, I have 3 Numidian Lights right over here, if you're wondering why they're this far up. Well, when the game first starts and you're loading in and you're getting ready to set up your units, you're stuck in a box like this. This is Bob Ross would be so proud of me right now. You're stuck in a box like this. This is your deployment area. But then when you have units that can be Vanguard deployed, there's another white line that is indicative of where you can set up. So I'm trying to do a little sneaky sneak. As soon as the match started and I saw how stretched out his line was, I thought, oh boy, I am in for it. I tried to go for more of a compact, I guess, tortoise-like unit, but, well, we'll see how this goes. Slave infantry here, we have armored Numidian riders, desert cohort 2 units, of course, heavy Numidian skirmishers, one of my favorite units, and then the rest are all desert legionaries. We have 18 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock, so let's get this thing going. So, I'm going to start by saying that land battles aren't not necessarily my thing. I'm not great at them. I don't find them to be as enjoyable. However, I can appreciate the tactical awareness that is needed to perform well in a land battle. So, what I am trying to do here is I'm shifting my units this way. You'll see, I'm pretty sure I do it one more time. I'm trying to shift his line as much as I can over this way, while simultaneously also bringing it over here. What I'm attempting to do here is to draw him out so that I can get these 3 units in the rear and really cause some headaches for Carthage. Does it play out? What do you think? What do you think? Based on how stretched out his line is and where his men are moving, do you think that plays out the way that I want it to? Well, you'll see. You'll see soon enough. So, let's actually fast forward a bit here, shall we? We'll get to the good stuff. We'll get to the good stuff right away. So, here we go. Immediately, I realized this isn't going to happen. Initially, I was trying to go after, engage these 2 units, and also this right here. Wasn't going to happen. He was on top of it in a minute. Gotta give him kudos for that. He was completely aware of what was going on. And so now this unit's getting absolutely wrecked. Not surprised. Going up against Shock Cav and some pretty good light Cav here. Another unit gets stuck. 1 unit of the Numidian Lights is free enough that I can push them. I can keep dragging them out of combat, taking fire in the rear, whatever. I'm just trying, at this point now, I'm trying to push his archers as far away from the conflict that's at hand as possible. I want these guys to be as far away as possible so that when they finally do come back, it's going to take them forever to come back. Okay, that's where I'm at right now. So now he's breaking off. He's realized that this is pretty much, it's done. You know, the only thing that I've really succeeded in over here is tying up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his units for 3 of mine. Is that a good trade? Probably not, because they're going to come back soon. The most that I've done here is that these units have wasted their precursors, their javelins. So they'll either have none or they'll have less to use against me when we get over here, right? So now I'm shifting even more. In reality, probably, I'm going to slow it down here for a sec. Probably what I should have done was pulled back and shifted my line more like this instead of engage. Because now I'm within range of the Balearic Slingers. These guys, while their missile damage is not as great as an Archer's, Archer has 40, they have a missile damage of 29. I do believe, because they're throwing these little stones here, these little lead bullets, let's see if it shows up. Yeah, armor piercing damage plus 8 as compared to these Cretans plus 4, okay? So you got to take that into consideration. And also the fact that the Desert Legionaries are heavily armored. So this armor penetration value is going to come in great, in a pretty big handy. Pretty big handy. That's literally what I was about to say. And then I was like, that doesn't sound right. And I said it anyway, because why not? So now I am adjusting my line. I'm trying to get something going here to try and greet how he has his line here. I've stretched them out. Unfortunately, I'm starting to take fire. I should have brought more cav in this. In all honesty, I'm honestly really, I probably should have picked somebody different other than Masacely. Masacely is better, definitely, at least in my opinion, as a city assault faction as compared to a land battle. Not saying that they can't be used in a land battle situation, because they absolutely can, but here we are. So now I'm charging forward. I'm trying to get to his slingers. Doesn't work. I chained commands, so that's like right-clicking and then holding shift, right-click, shift, or holding shift the whole time and right-clicking, so you can chain X amount of commands. But then my armored Numidian riders just started getting peppered pretty good. So now I'm moving in. Now I'm going to engage, try and get these guys going here. These guys I want to try and bring around to smash in the back of the Iberian swordsmen. They're not that great. Honestly, in hindsight, I should have paid more attention to realize that these guys were not doing that great. They are poorly armored. They have fantastic melee defense at 60 compared to 48 for the Desert Legionaries. But still, not that great. Realistically, I should have moved these guys over here more to assist the Desert Legionaries here. Desert Cohort is also moving up. I'm just trying to keep the cav away while also going after their Balearic Slingers. I'm trying to catch these guys, but it's not really going to happen. They're going to slip away, and then the cav, of course, I'm going to have to worry about. Meanwhile, over here, I'm not doing too hot. Slave Infantry, obviously, is doing terrible. They are awful, awful unit. And now my Desert Legionaries here have 3 units to take care of. Gallic Warriors, Mercenary Scutari, and Carthaginian Hoplites. So the Scutari already are a big problem. Melee defense is 60, armor 60, as compared to melee defense of 48. Melee attack, weapon damage 47, 35, compared to 42 and 35. So the Mercenary Scutari are just straight up brawlers. But they are losing at the moment. But you got to remember that they're backed up by 2 other units. So this is they're gonna lose slightly initially, but after a while they're gonna, yeah, see, we're also losing. And I think I also lost my I lost my general. he got absolutely wiped out. And then from here, it was just downhill, like pretty badly. He charges his Noble Cav right into my Heavy Numidian Skirmishers. Honestly, he probably thought it was going to be an easy fight. It's not. They are Skirmishers. So they throw their Javies, but then they have stats good enough to stand up to Cav and other units for that matter. Starting to see some wavering. Obviously, the Heavy Numidian Skirmishers aren't going to do great forever, especially when you're tied up by 2 units here. But they are putting a hurt on the mercenary, Celtic Light Horse. Even still, here, the Noble Cav is gone. These guys did a hell of a job taking them out. Unfortunately, I only have 95 guys left, but they still have plenty of ammo. They haven't really gotten a chance to throw in the ammo. Wide open space here, charging these guys forward because I want to try and either actually get these guys or just, again, push them off the field, get them as far away as possible so that I don't have to worry about their arrow fire bothering me. I don't care that I'm going to get peppered up. I just want them away. I want them silenced. Trying to exchange blows here with my Heavy Numidian Skirmishers because I know that they definitely have, plus 1 more missile damage than the Cretan Archers, but the range, of course, is a lot worse. So, meanwhile, over here, these guys holding on for dear life. They're doing pretty decent, but he managed to slip his Gallic warriors out of combat, slip them behind, and now they're going to charge right into the rear. These guys are not going to do too well for the rest of the match. I have a nice little force here of units. They managed to take care of these Noble Calves, at least to chase them off. These guys, Numidian Skirmishers again, chasing the 3 archers here, and as you can see, they're starting to split up. If you have a group of archers who are being chased by a single unit, when you get the chance, you want to come over to them, select 1 at a time, leave 1 moving in the direction that it's going, and then the other 2 you want to split up, so that way they can stop once they're like out of a threat of a type of range that's a threat, and then they can fire upon whoever is chasing the 3rd unit here. This Desert Legionaries unit I'm bringing back because I've been chasing this guy, and now it's counterintuitive at this point. I have to bring him back, which is unfortunate because now he's going to be tired. It's a double-edged sword, okay? Chasing after them helps because it pushes them away from the battlefield, so now the infantry is not supported by any type of archer fire, but now, of course, I have to move these guys all the way back, and they're tired. And by the time they get over here, they're going to be exhausted. They're not going to do that great of a job. Let's see if we can get something going here. As far as pictures. It's picture day. So yeah. Not doing great. I just should have picked somebody else who had better cav. I mean, not that this easily has alright cav. It's not great. Definitely I believe they have horse skirmishers that are pretty good. What do we got here on my skirmishers? Come on, I need a super cool picture. Or, I mean, that's kind of cool. We get another Javi volley. Did they return? They did. Okay, cool. Desert cohort coming in. They're going to try and do something about these Carthaginian hoplites. Meanwhile, I'm moving these Desert Legionaries around to smash right into the back here, if I remember correctly, which I think I do. But you can see that he's trying to get these hoplites out of here so that he's not getting these 2 waffled in between, too. Meanwhile, Cav here is trying their darndest. Actually, that's kind of cool, isn't it? Ah, it's not that cool. Never mind. It's not that cool. The General 2 is somebody that I was chasing for quite a while. Here we go. Somebody give me something good. A shield flip would be sweet. I know some of you guys don't like this, and I'm sorry, but it's necessary. Something cool? Anything cool? I always laugh with Masacely's legionary troops because there's some guys who are, which makes sense that they're wearing like head coverings like that because they're a desert faction, but also some guys just don't have anything on. They're like, meh, it's fine. Okay, here we go. See, like this guy. Alright, there we go. That's it. There we go. And back. Okay, so... General, running away. Not surprised. He wants to keep him out of the fray. Doesn't want to lose him at all. Because if he does, then troops are going to take a bit of a morale hit if you lose your general. Luckily for me, though, with the legionary units, they have built-in discipline, so they don't take as much of the hit as when their general dies. Barbarian units like Arverni, Boei, and the like, when their general dies, they take I don't know how much of a percent of a hit it is, but they do take a pretty decent morale hit. But now at this point, I'm trying my hardest to do what I can here to get rid of these units, okay? I want to get rid of the hoplites. I want to get rid of the last of the infantry there. They don't have a lot left. The Desert Legionaries are a solid unit, so is Cohort. They absolutely can do what they need to do. But it's the biggest problem is these guys. They have come back into range. And if you look, they all have a lot of kills except for these Cretans here. But actually, I think they actually run out of ammo too. It ends up being the Slingers who still have a lot of ammo left because they do. Does it show 25 for the Slingers as opposed to 15, which is crazy. That's 10 extra ammo. I don't know what exactly that translates to as far as arrows, but that's, you know, that's pretty hefty. You also have to think too that Slingers would bring their own lead bullets, right, into battle. And however many they would have, they'd have it in a pouch or whatever, and they would use all their lead bullets. And then when they ran out, all they got to do is look on the ground for a stone. So they essentially have unlimited ammo, at least back in the day. And something else that I learned a while ago, actually, is that archers weren't really widely used in like ancient warfare. It was mostly slingers, and slingers were very, very deadly and very accurate. And the Rhodian slingers in particular, or the Balearic slingers, I'm sorry, in particular, were in fact a mercenary force, and they were highly sought after and hired out by both Rome and Carthage to use. So I've left this guy here to his fate. It is what it is. He's just gonna chase these guys away, sort of. Most of these guys are almost out of ammo. They're out of ammo, you can see, because they don't have their bows anymore. They got their little daggers out. These guys, the slingers, still have ammo. And both of these guys... Does he have two Balearics, actually? Oh, he did. I didn't even realize that. Holy crap, how did I not realize that? So wait, 227? Yeah, 65. They have so much ammo left. These guys, however... Or no. They have ammo left, too. There's this general hiding out. It's now I'm chasing after this guy here. And then I turn around. It's at this point I'm just like, all right, like I think I can win. I think that I have enough men here that I can actually do something. So up here, what I'm attempting to do is get these guys to waste their ammo. is what I want, okay? So I'm chasing this Balearic Slinger over here while this one chases after me to throw his stones at me. These guys still have ammo, and so then I turn around to chase after these guys, who actually have run out of ammo at 76 kills, which means he's lost a lot of his ammo. So now I'm hoping that these guys also run out of their ammo. I wonder if the microphone's picking up my kid, my almost 2-year-old. Look at the baby monitor here. He's making noise. Kid is a maniac. He's absolutely insane. Unfortunately, they still have ammunition. Okay? They still have ammunition. I really thought that if I could get, or at least make them get rid of their ammunition, I might have a chance of winning this. I did not. I'm going to fast forward just for the sake of it, because I'm not going to wait for these guys to come all the way over here, and there's not really much left else to see. So now I'm just kind of, I'm moving my guys around, trying to figure out what to do. I figure that I'm going to send this depleted unit after these guys. That makes the most sense to me because they are also depleted. And I'm just moving guys around to figure out like what I should do here. And then this is like pretty much the end of it. Everyone starts to waver and break, and that was the end. But it was a good match. I had fun playing this. I didn't do good. I didn't do great. Again, I should have picked a different faction. Maybe Egypt or honestly, maybe Arverni, because Arverni has some pretty decent cav. I should have picked something with not necessarily a super heavy focus in cav, but a faction that has decent cav and pretty good and I can't talk. It's late. Please forgive me. Infantry units. All right. So anyway, I got 1,781 kills, 71 for my general, the poor guy, 186, 80, 49, and 81 for the heavy Numidian skirmishers. 200 and 113 for the Desert Cohort. Desert Legionaries, 157, 192, 138, 162, 11, 129, 50, and 106. The Numidian Light Infantry, 21, 5, and 26, and then 2 for the Slave Infantry. So, not great, but what are you going to do? And then Mashuluk got 2,226, 111 for his General's Bodyguards, pretty good. 256, very nice, and 53 for his Noble Cav. And then 31 and 11 for the Celtic Light Horse. 76, 175 for the Balearics. 230 and 191 for the Cretans. 50 and 116 for Libyan Infantry. 64, 290 for the Mercenary Scutari. 133 and 40 for the Gallic Warriors. 155. This is actually extremely impressive that I got 155 kills. Because again, like I said, they have no armor. Their melee attack and weapon damage is not great, but they have an insane melee defense. So this is really impressive. 155 and 27 for the Iberian Swordsman. 85 for the late Carthaginian Hoplites. 104 and 25 for the Carthaginian Hoplites. And that's it. Yeah, I should have picked a different faction. And I should have had my line drawn out more to meet his infantry. I think that probably would have been a little bit better. The only problem with that would have been I had no cav to answer his. So he would have been able to get his noble cav around and smash into the back of my infantry while I was tied up with his infantry. So, oh well. Live and let live, as I say. You win some, you lose some. Knowledge is power. And no, that's not it. But knowledge is power, and that power, knowing is half the battle. Go, Joe. I don't remember. Never mind. I take it back. All right, that's it for me for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this quick little skirmish, this little outing on the plains here. Next is I gotta get back into Lord of Men. We're gonna get back into that. That's gonna be the next video, and then after that, I have another siege battle that I was a part of that I did today. That just altogether was just a weird battle. So that one will be coming up soon too. But next will be another episode of Lord of Men. So with that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.